Talk about a timeless classic. The 1992 Muppets Christmas Carol is lauded as one of the best adaptations of the Charles Dickens classic. And guess what? It didn't come without turmoil. They did wrap up having Michael Caine, who insisted on taking it straight throughout the entire film. As a matter of fact, he only breaks once at the end after the Tiny Tim scene. He wanted to make sure that there was integrity to the Muppet Empire because he knew Jim Henson, who had passed away a year earlier at the time of filming, and wanted to honor his legacy with being the human and making sure that the Muppets got the laughs. His son, Jim Henson's son, Brian, was tapped to direct it. And sure enough, he's nervous because he's filling in his dad's role. And he wasn't really sure about it, but he reluctantly moved forward. And then guess what? They needed to voice Kermit the Frog. They tapped a longtime puppeteer and voice engineer, Steve Whitmire, in order to do the voice of Kermit, arguably the biggest role in the film. Well, he was pretty nervous about it. So nervous, in fact, that he almost dropped out several times. Then, the night before voice and filming began, he was visited in a dream by none other than Jim Henson. Jim sat down with him in the lobby of a hotel and simply said to him, "Well, kid, this is your shot. I've done everything I can do." He literally couldn't believe what he had sat through, but he knew full well that he had been visited by Jim. He kept it to himself because he didn't want anybody to think he was crazy. And then about 3 weeks into the filming, he turned to Brian and said, "I have to tell you, your father came to me in a dream the night before we were going to do the filming, and I almost quit. I'm glad I didn't because this is going great." Brian broke down in tears because he had asked his father for a sign if he was doing the right thing by carrying on his legacy this way. That's the power of spirit. You don't need to be visited by 3 ghosts. Sometimes you just need to be visited by the right one. Keep going.